Hey everybody, it's the 7 Minute Secret. It's Shmuel Paulin. We're going to take a brief interruption from building our online business, and we're going to talk about relationships. I'm going to give you everything you need to know about relationships in 7 minutes. We're going to go fast. Pay close attention. This will all apply to everyone, but I'm going to be talking about husbands and wives because I've got to talk about somebody, and you will be able to pick out the information that you need for your particular relationship that you want to work on with your parents, with your friends, with your boss, whatever it is. Okay. So the bottom line is relationships are based on the number of experiences which are positive or negative. There's like a scale in everyone's mind, and all the positive experiences go on one side, and all the negative experiences go on the other side, and whichever one weighs down, that decides whether they like you or they don't like you. They love you or they don't love you. It's all based on this scale. The question is, how many positive experiences are you creating, and how many negative experiences are you creating? And that second question is even more important because negative experiences are 3 times as heavy as the positive experiences. So if you do one thing bad, if you yell at your wife, and then you want to make up, you have to do 3 things good just to make it even, and then you have to do more positive things to make her like you. So once you do something bad, you're 3 in the hole, you got to get back to even, and then you got to get ahead by doing 3, 4 acts. And now which acts should you be doing? The acts that the person likes the most. That's going to give you the most bang for your buck. That's going to weigh down the scale the most. So you got to read a book called the 5 Love Languages because different people want different things. Some women want gifts. Some women want travel. Some women want good acts to be done. Some women want a massage. Some women want compliments. Someone wants gifts. Everyone's different, so you have to figure out by asking and talking what kind of positive experiences are the most positive for that particular person. When arguments arise, there should never be a winner and a loser because there's truth on both sides of every argument. So the conclusion should always be a negotiation with a settlement. Let's find a compromise, how we can incorporate both people's opinions into an agreement, make the agreement, make it a covenant, make it serious, and keep to it. That is the key to overcoming fights. There's no winner, no loser. It's 2 people negotiating to get past a certain issue, to resolve a certain issue. Everything in your marriage or your friendship or whatever should be already set out before you start. So in your marriage, you should already be taking care of who's going to take out the garbage and how many times they're going to take out the garbage each day, and who's making the bed and how well will they make the bed. So not only are you delineating who does what, but you're also delineating how the person does what, how well they make the bed, how many times they take out the garbage. I suggest, even if it's not going to totally ruin the spontaneity, but you should also decide how often you're going to have sex. That's also an important issue, and it seems like it's a bit of a bummer to set that in advance and take away all the spontaneity, but it's not a bad idea. You should be having sex at least twice a week. That seems to be the magic number. The main problem with marriages is people stop dating. They go on a dating process, and then they stop, and they become being a married person. This is the biggest mistake you can possibly make. What you need to do is keep dating throughout your marriage until you are dead. Date throughout your marriage. I repeat, if on a date you try to impress the other person, you should be trying to impress the other person in your marriage. If you want to look hot for the other person, you should be trying to look hot in your marriage. If you want to take the person to nice places to go out, you should take them to nice places to go out while you are married. Keep dating your entire marriage. If you wouldn't do anything to offend the other person when you're dating, don't do anything to offend the person now. Be respectful, have respect, have boundaries. Make sure you're treating the person the way you would treat them when you were dating, when you were trying to get them to like you, and you'll create a lot more experiences. When you talk, really listen. Listen, that means focusing on their eyes, looking and focusing on their heart, getting into what they're saying and making that person your curiosity. The most curious thing you should be about is your spouse. That should be the most curious thing about just getting to know them and find out what really makes them tick. And therefore, everything that they say is fascinating because what they're saying is revealing another part of who they are. You have to have a non-kid relationship. You have to have time that you spend together when you go out. You should go out at least twice a week on a date. There should be no kids involved. There should be a babysitter. You have to have a non-kid relationship. Very important. Take 2 weeks out of the month. This is going to sound crazy, but it's an amazing thing that comes from Jewish philosophy. You take 2 weeks out of the month, starting with the woman's period, where you don't even touch each other. You not only don't have sex, you don't even touch each other. You don't even do anything in a romantic sense. You are just listening to each other and growing a relationship like friends would grow a relationship, just becoming closer and closer and closer until the 2 weeks are up and that moment comes and she takes the woman takes the nice bath and puts on some lingerie and you're together, and that's passion. That's really hot because you haven't been together for 2 weeks. If you're yelled at, remember that you are an unlimited soul. We already established that. That means you have no personal insecurities. So you take everything she says as a lesson. It doesn't bother you personally because you are infinite. You are infinitely strong. You are infinitely powerful. So nothing she can say can take you down. All you do is you take what she says and you take a lesson from it and you move on. You become a better husband because of what she said, and that's it. Jealousy kills marriages. So be sure if you are uncomfortable with something that she is doing, tell her in I statements, I feel uncomfortable when you do this, not don't do this, but I feel uncomfortable when you do this. Do it respectfully, do it nicely. If people are cheating in the relationship, they are cheating because they have associated you with pain, because the scale is down on the pain side of things. So when they see you, they see pain. And when they see another guy, they see dating. That's what you're supposed to be doing, dating, but they see it in the other guy. He is trying to impress her. Always realize that. You are associated with pain, and he is associated with dating. You want to flip that around, and you become the one that's associated with dating, and let him be associated with pain. Or don't cheat. The person you're cheating with will make just as bad of a husband or just as bad of a wife as the one you had before, if not worse. Turn your marriage around, start dating again. Friends, they come closer the more they tell each other secrets. So if you want to come closer to your friend, tell them a secret and plan activities that you do together. Parents, you don't have to love, but you have to respect. They took care of you when you were helpless, and you have to take care of them when they get old and they are helpless. It's only fair. It's only karma. That's the right thing to do.